Good morning, Hi fans. It is a beautiful fall day here in Florida, although not much in the way of fall here. It's still summer. In fact, we have a hurricane that's threatening Florida. Hopefully, and sadly for the people on the west coast of Florida, hopefully it'll stay over that way. It won't affect us. If it does, we'll be here. We'll be getting a lot of wind and rain on Thursday. But that's what happens when you're in Florida. So we are here for Game 5 of the quarterfinal matchup between HappyKiwi, that's Patrick Bergman, against stepanzo, that's Stepan Opolev. HappyKiwi leads 3 games to 1. And I probably need to figure out how to mute my company phone because probably going to be ringing a lot while I'm streaming this morning. I've already left a message and told my boss that I won't be available. So should be an exciting day. In the 4 games so far, Patrick, that's HappyKiwi, has won 2 of them. The other 2 have been draws. So Stepanzo will be looking for his first victory. If he can pull it out playing white this morning, then he'll force a game 6. And if he can pull 2 victories in a row out, we'll go up see our first tie breaks in the quarterfinals. I'm still fighting a little bit of a cough, so I have my Fisherman's Friends cough drops ready right here, and I have a glass of water ready. We're expecting a long game today. None of the HappyKiwi stepanzo games have been short. Let's take a look. So, it should be exciting Hive this morning. Of course, HappyKiwi is known as one of the best in-game players in the world, and he has shown up in the lobby. So both players are in the lobby. So we should be starting here very shortly. There's a Buy Me a Coffee link down below if you'd like to make a small contribution. If you are watching online live, you can also click that little dollar bill sign down in the lower in the chat section and leave me a contribution there as well. I would truly appreciate it. So it looks like they're going to be playing in game room 1, stepanzo versus HappyKiwi. Patrick says, just getting a cup of coffee, then I'll be ready. Let's see, it's probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon where he is. And I don't know exactly where Stepanzo is. Stepanzo was yesterday in Minneapolis. Apollo Q, that's John Sandel, had a Hive Live meet and greet, and they played. There was a note at Discord, so hopefully we'll see some pictures, maybe some videos from that as well. So Stepanzo's probably up in the Midwest, in the Minneapolis area right at the moment, he and his family. So we are looking forward to some really fantastic Hive this morning. Game 5, quarterfinal match. Winner of this match will go up against 4-time world champion, current world champion, Joe Schultz. And as we have a break here and there during the game, we'll talk about what kind of results stepanzo and HappyKiwi have had in previous tournaments. Both of them have been very successful, but neither one of them yet has climbed the mountain to the top and won the world championship. Of course, it's been quite a while since anybody other than Quadlibet or Judoka has won. Let's see, Zimaru won back in 2016. So 8 of the last 9 years, 4 times each from Quadlibet and Judoka. So it looks like they're getting ready to go. Don't have anybody in the lobby yet at Board Space. Hopefully we will. Both of them said have fun, and my usual response to that is I have fun when I win. So let's see if we can get going here. So we'll turn the Buy Me a Coffee off, turn the review room on, and get my live room set up here. So stepanzo opened with a ladybug, as did HappyKiwi. Oops. As did HappyKiwi. And then both players played queens in a Z queen formation. So let's see if we can get the gameplay room going. Sometimes it seems like it takes me a little bit of time. Okay, I've got it going here. Now let's get this set up using text in game log. So, white played the ant, HappyKiwi plays the pillbug, and then Stepan plays the mosquito. And of course, if you're watching, there is a 3-minute delay, so I may actually make a comment uh, in the YouTube comments, and it'll be 3 minutes before you actually hear about it while I'm broadcasting live. Of course, I'm not anywhere near the quality of players of either one of these two players, but they might get ideas from some of my commentary. And of course, as I've always said, you never ever should start off playing for a draw. That's one sure way of ending up with a loss. And let's turn the sound on here. And then we should be able to hear as they play. So the fact that HappyKiwi opened with a Z queen formation as compared to a C queen formation, the C leads to different kind of game, but seems to lead to more draws. HappyKiwi is definitely fighting for a victory today, even though all he needs is a draw in order to win the match. Both of these players are very, very good at playing for control, and that results in some very, very long games. Of course, HappyKiwi has set up a pin-proof spawn point here, which could be used as a beetle factory. If white elects to pin the mosquito to shut that down, that mosquito will have or has pillbug power. Okay, Dutters has joined as a spectator in board space. So is HappyKiwi going to open the beetle factory and get his beetles moving? Oops, left the mosquito out, sorry. I don't want to be distracted by the mice in the game room, so I turn the track mice button off. So just to let you know, Stepanzo has been playing quite a while, AE Norman 43 has joined. Of course, he will be playing in his match later this afternoon. I probably won't be able to stream that. I'll probably be having to work. Stepanzo finished third in 2013. He was the silver medalist in 2014 when Eucalyx won. He finished tied for third and fourth in 17, third in 2021, lost to Judoka in 2022. So Stepanzo has made it to the finals twice. Twice has been the silver medalist. HappyKiwi, 2018, finished tied for third and fourth, and then finished third last year. So both of these players have experience in the tournament. Ant comes in. Now and that positioning of the ant makes it impossible for, well, I shouldn't say impossible. It's very unlikely that white would play into here to shut down the beetle factory here. And a lot of the terminology currently used, including the beetle factory, came from Joe Schultz's first book, The Canon of Hive Groundwork. And the Canon of Hive opening theory is very close to being available. And Joe, of course, has advanced into the semifinals. So he probably is not spending a lot of time working on his book right now, spending more time in preparation for the tournament. But he has promised me that as soon as the book is available, he'll do an interview on my channel releasing the book. So Stepanzo elects to pin the first black ant. And you'll see a lot of that, a lot of ants pinning ants early on in this top level play. And particularly with both of these players being very strong control players, they're going to look to control the outside of the hive, force into a long end game, which we've seen so far. In fact, I might just go to that very quickly here. And you can see 126, 122, 244, 214. Those are the length of in number of moves that both of these players have played so far. And both of them have the ability to play very quickly, so they're not concerned when they need to take a few minutes to do a extensive search into the game tree. Second black ant comes out. Now my guess is that Stepanzo is going to probably play the white ant here, instant double ant with the white mosquito next door. And that's exactly what he did. Now, will HappyKiwi bring in his third ant or pin one of the two bugs? If he pins the mosquito, it would be a false pin, which could possibly allow the mosquito to get free later, but then it would allow if a black beetle comes in, to make it more difficult for that mosquito to defend against the approaching beetle. Of course, if you are watching, make sure you drop me a note. Let me know who you are and where you're from. We've got some regulars that join in almost every broadcast. We truly appreciate that. So will HappyKiwi bring in a beetle, bring in another ant, or in one of the white bugs? Now, of course, he could also attack with the mosquito, threatening to separate the queen and pill bug. But knowing HappyKiwi, I thought that he would probably look for some control. Now the third white ant could come in here. You don't necessarily want to put it. Okay, he brought it in against the pill bug. Okay. Ordep Kubek has joined as a spectator in board space. That's Pedro. He has a YouTube channel on Espanol under the name Ordep Kubek. One of the excellent young, bright young Hive players that in Europe. So let's take a look at what some of HappyKiwi's options could be. He could bring a spider in here, which would threaten to, in position to do a pen replacement, would also not quite set up a hex trap because the ladybug is currently a bidirectional pin, but could later turn into a hex trap when a black bug fills in here. He could, of course, bring the beetle in, or he could bring in the last ant. He brings the last ant in, it'll more than likely come in this spot to give ant power to the mosquito. And he elects to bring in the beetle. Welcome, Kevin. Kevin from Victoriaville. Where is Victoriaville, Kevin? Thank you, Kevin. Well, it is right currently a gorgeous day in Florida. Little on the overcast, but bright and sunshiny. Bright. I don't know if the sun is out yet, but the beautiful morning sun this morning. Okay, we have Stepanzo attacking with his mosquito. Now, what's interesting here is that mosquito is threatening to qualify for the win by either warping the black pillbug or the black queen away. But if the beetle moves forward, then that stops that from happening. And I would guess that Stepanzo would probably continue his attack with the beetle. HappyKiwi will probably go into a think here. Oh, it's interesting because the mosquito could climb up, and that removes the pill bug power from the white mosquito. So if the mosquito came up, interesting. So I am guessing that Stepanzo is planning on doing a beetle attack with that mosquito. So if HappyKiwi brings in another ant, to help defend against the mosquito beetle attack, the double beetle attack, what would happen if he did get it warp the queen away? Well, we'll see, won't we? Bonjour, Kevin. It's in Quebec City. I thought it was probably in a somewhere within the realm of the United Kingdom. Okay, he did bring an ant in. Now, what is the Ponzo going to do? Is he going to warp either the queen or pillbug away? Dutters must not be having a connection because he keeps joining as a spectator. That means he keeps dropping off. So, okay, interesting. He's going to, whoops, get the third ant in, and then the Ponzo pins it. Which is interesting because now black could warp the mosquito out of its attacking position. The other interesting thing is the fact that the black mosquito has ant power. If perchance the Ponzo attacks with a beetle, then the mosquito could pin it and immediately cover it. Take a look at timing. Okay, HappyKiwi has taken 13 minutes and is down to 10. The Ponzo's at 16 and a half. So Happy Kiwi could begin approaching with his beetle, knowing that if White places another beetle, the mosquito is there to cover it. And by advancing with the beetle, it would stop the white mosquito from being able to warp either the pill bug or the queen away. So my guess is that most likely he will begin advancing with his beetle. Because if he advances with the beetle, because if White does that, he can warp the mosquito away. So let's see how accurate I am on my prediction. It's a little bit less likely. Happy Kiwi is not a super aggressive player. It would be interesting to think that what would happen if Black attacked as well. But as long as the black mosquito has ant power, that's going to protect against the first white beetle coming in. Nope, he began his attack out here. Okay, interesting. Interesting. This again shows you the long range thinking that Happy Kiwi is using. This beetle is 1, 2, 3, 4 moves away from covering the queen. And it could get pinned, but if it gets pinned, it frees up a black ant. Oh, that's interesting. Because if he warps the queen to here, this is a pin-proof spawn point. Although if the beetle moves up, then it could be used as a spawn point. Would not be pin-proof. The thing you can do is if he warps the pill bug away, that locks down in place the beetle and the mosquito. Interesting. So that's what it looks like would be the best. Because he still has time to get a beetle in here to defend against the second beetle. But that's interesting too, because if he warps the queen to there, then it forces the beetle to climb up because the beetle can't move to there. It formed a ring. Okay, you warp the pill bug to there. Interesting. Okay. That's very interesting because that almost assuredly gets a white beetle up. No, it doesn't because the black beetle goes to there, forming the ring. Yep. But if HappyKiwi moves the black beetle up, then the white beetle can attack there and there's nothing in it, nothing to stop it. And of course, anything that, okay, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, spider. Interesting because now if the beetle comes in, the spider can pin it. But he's going to bring the beetle in anyway. Now the purpose for the spider was to go to there. The only bugs that white would have would be to that position would get one of the either the mosquito or the, well, not, yeah, it would. Yeah, his spider came in to stop that, so there's almost no way he's going to do anything other than that. Oh, interesting. I didn't even think of that. Tricky pill bug. Pill bug mosquito combination can be very deadly. Now black does not have any bug to keep that beetle from coming up. Well, I always say that, but then they come up with something. So all three black ants and the black mosquito are all immobilized. If the black beetle comes to here, that frees the black ant. Also does a little bit of a possibility of a hex trap. That's what he did. He brought the beetle to there that frees that ant. With the ant free, almost assuredly the beetle is going to climb up. Now, is the beetle going to climb to here and cover the pill bug, or climb to here and put itself in attacking position? So at this point in the game, it doesn't look like it's going to be a 150 plus move match, but you never know with these guys. Taking a cough drop. Interesting. I never even considered beetle to there. No, that's not good because the mosquito gets warped away and then the queen escapes. Yeah, I don't think that's a viable move. Although I don't know, maybe, but I don't think I would do it. So Stepanzo looked at that and changed his mind. Now the black pillbug is in a proximity pillbug position, and of course black has two good defenders, the ladybug and the beetle, both of which would be free as white continues the attack. And most Hive players learn how to attack long before they learn how to defend. And if you notice the defensive position that black has, all three of these empty kill spots are protected by gates. So it takes like a a ladybug or a grasshopper to get into there. Plus the two defending bugs, black bugs, are both in good defensive position as well. Now, is black going to bring the beetle in, helping defend against this white beetle? Or is black going to be looking to continue his attack by moving the beetle forward, covering the ant? Oh, interesting. He forms a ring. That frees both the mosquito and the beetle. Which is interesting because the white beetle moves in, the black beetle covers it, and white pins the mosquito. What good does that do? So if white allows black to move the queen out to here, it's back in defensive position with the pillbug. So let's see if Stepanzo can come up with anything better than the white beetle covering the queen. What if the white beetle went there? If black doesn't break the ring, nope, he covers the queen. So, and black recovers, and white is probably going to pin the mosquito, keeping all three of these black bugs pinned. Nope, he didn't. He brought in a attacking grasshopper. Interesting. So he left the mosquito free, but if the mosquito attempts to stop the grasshopper, it loses all movement except grasshopper movement. Mosquito could go to there and then help with the attack, assuming black can defend long enough. But like I mentioned earlier, the black mosquito is in a good spot there. Okay, he's not concerned. He's going to go ahead, cover the ant, and at some point cap off the ant so the black beetle can continue moving forward. Now, anytime a player brings a spider, you ask yourself, where's it going? And as expected, black caps off the ant. The spiders could go to there, but then grasshopper jumps over, could free this ant. So let's take a look at time. Well, I have to get my magnifying glass out here, so I can't read the time. The window's too small. HappyKiwi's down to 3:47. Stepanzo's at 8.5 minutes, approaching 8.5 minutes. So we're not down to the rush yet. So he potentially moves the grasshopper, then decides against it. HappyKiwi is well known for being able to defend in these types of situations and force out a long end game, and then squeeze every little ounce of advantage out of an end game position. And he's got two beetles up and a free mosquito, so that does not bode well for stepanzo. But he elects to attack with the grasshopper. Now, of course, if the black grasshopper jumps over, that frees the ladybug. The question is going to be, how does white get bugs into these two spots? Okay, he sets up a grasshopper battery. So there was a grasshopper will be able to jump into here, while the beetle will be able to continue to move forward. So my guess is that HappyKiwi's plan is to move the beetle and then jump with the grasshopper. Might somewhat force his, okay, he moves out with it. So that series of moves has opened up the gates to these last three kill spots if white can get bugs into them. Does have the only free ant. And could do a grasshopper, or I could do a spider into the elbow, or a grasshopper into the elbow to free this ant. The grasshopper jumps over right now, it would free the white ladybug. So my guess is that HappyKiwi is going to move forward first before he jumps over with the grasshopper. Now what's interesting, if white attempts to fill the elbow, then the grasshopper, so let's say that white places the grasshopper there, grasshopper jumps, ladybug comes out and pins the ant. So now spider, if he goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, nope. The spider gets to this spot, of course it frees an ant. You don't necessarily want to do that. Okay, again, going for the long game. The second white beetle comes in. The problem, however, is if black wants to defend, he's got two beetles in good defensive spots. Now, is the black beetle going to go ahead and move out and qualify for the win? Oh, the ladybug frees the ant. This is one of the things that HappyKiwi does best, is figure out a way to get ants free. So he filled his elbow before white could fill his elbow. The white ant moves over and blocks the black ant in place into the cavern, but black could still attack with it. And of course, remember with the 3-1 lead, HappyKiwi wins the match if he draws. So stepanzo has to be playing for victory. And we saw that in game 5 between Judoka and Industus. Under normal circumstances, the game would have ended in a draw long before it finally ended. But Industus because of this match situation, had to continue fighting for a victory and ended up losing. The black beetle is going out to neutralize the white pillbug. Yep, the white beetle continues its march forward. So let's grab where did I put my magnifying glass? There it is. 2 minutes and 6, 7:16 for stepanzo. Kind of shows my age when I have to use this magnifying glass. So stepanzo needs 3. I'm sorry, HappyKiwi needs 3 spots to fill. The problem here is that if the white ant moves out, then this black ant is free. I mean, black would love to attack with this grasshopper because the ladybug is pinned. Of course, white could bring in a bug here, which would set up a gate and keep the black ant pinned in into the cavern. Been playing too much Kingdom Builder over at Board Game Arena because this canyon is one of the types of hex that they have. So ideally for HappyKiwi, he's going to need to fill this spot last. So the HappyKiwi's goal here is going to be attack with the spider, then place the grasshopper. Then, well, if he jumps with this grasshopper first, or then he could go in with the ant. HappyKiwi's down to less than a minute. 43 seconds. 6:31 for Stepanzo. So HappyKiwi's method for winning will be attack with the spider, then place the grasshopper, then move in with the ant. But it'll be interesting to see. Stepanzo may be able to come up with a defense. He plays a spider here. Oh, but if he plays a spider there now, then that blocks the white ant in as well. Interesting. I don't know that there's a method for Stepanzo to get his ant out of the cavern and keep the black ant penned in. Although he could go to there, which would force the black ant into there. I don't know. That doesn't seem to do much. But what would happen if Stepanzo pins the spider? Because if he pins the spider, once the grasshopper, the other grasshopper can come over in over here with an angle of attack to that one. Yeah. So white could put a spider here. Oh, that's interesting as well. With the ant here, when the grasshopper attacks, this ladybug is pin proof. So if the spider gets to there, the grasshopper goes to there, it's over. Okay, let's say grasshopper here. Oh no, we've determined that that grasshopper to there, you can't let the spider attack. Stepanzo just passed the 2-minute mark. Thank you, Vero Riego. Fascinante. Must be a Star Trek fan. So let's see if he places the spider here. Okay, it's too late. Let's go back to figure out what he actually did. One move ahead over here. The spider hasn't moved in yet. Okay, now the spider moves in. Oh, that's interesting. He can't fill this spot first. He's got to fill this one first. And as always, HappyKiwi is starting to play for some control. So silly me, I thought this one was going to go fairly quickly, but now it looks like, oh, let's see, Bonzo's 40 seconds, HappyKiwi's under 30. Anchors down the beetle. They're going to be playing fairly quickly now. Because time is of the essence. Naveer joining as a spectator. And again, remember that if game ends in a draw, HappyKiwi wins the match. So can stepanzo anchor down the black mosquito and then march forward with the beetle? Interesting. He put it there instead. Once Black queen gets out away from out on the outer skirts of the hive, then white will need 5 bugs to win, and that's going to be a very hard press to do that. And now Stepan is the one that's under a minute. He's at 37 seconds. HappyKiwi is back slightly over a minute. So from this point forward, the game will play very, very quickly. Because it'll have to. Oh, black might have a method of freeing an ant. Although if the black pill bug, oh, interesting. Okay, the grasshopper to there. Yep. HappyKiwi does what he does best. That is. Oh, interesting. Okay, he didn't. I think he was going to free the ant. So rather than get the beetle free, Bonzo used the beetle to free the ladybug, which freed the ant. Interesting. Now we're going to go into a really long end game, just like every other game has turned into. And white now has 2 ants free, but he's still not going to, is he going to be able to? Getting ready to get his 3rd ant free. Possibly. Okay, so black frees an ant as well. Now if the black pill bug warps the ant out, it gets immediately pinned. Okay, maybe he didn't move that ant yet. Okay, let's see. I've got to make sure they click done before I assume that's what they're going to do. Okay. Yep. Before that move, white had the opportunity of moving a beetle to there, forcing a beetle up. Now white can't do that. So the question is Stepanzo going, how long is Stepanzo going to play this trying to win? It looks an awful lot like a draw. See, that's the ladybug under there. No, it's grasshopper underneath there. Okay, now wait. With the queen moving to there, what happens if the white mosquito moves to there? White beetle moves to there. Yep, that's what he's going to do. Because what that does is that gets a bug closer attacking the queen. Because if the queen moves or the grasshopper moves, the beetle climbs up. If the beetle covers, the mosquito moves forward. That might have been the mistake that Stepanzo's waiting for. But I still don't think he has enough bugs to win. He's going to need 4. And the problem is the black ant's going to stop something. I was thinking that it was much better for the ant to get warped out at that point in time, but the ant can't get warped out now. Because if it moves into position, it's going to get covered by the beetle. Oh, excuse me. Yep, I still think this is going to end up in a draw. Or Stepanzo is going to continue playing for the victory and HappyKiwi is going to win. HappyKiwi's got 2 dangerous beetles atop the hive. Yeah, I don't see any way that Stepanzo is going to be able to come up with 4 bugs. Oh, he's got a grasshopper still in reserve. Oh, nice. I forgot completely about the grasshopper in reserve. So, wow. And this ant is somewhat free because this mosquito only has grasshopper ability. Yep, here comes the grasshopper there. The problem is going to be, however, getting a bug into that spot. Here comes the beetle, the defending black beetles. Yeah, this is going to be the critical spot right down here, the hardest one to get to. Yeah, that didn't work. He's going to have to come back. Now with that black beetle coming, so white has to be very careful. He doesn't allow. Yeah, see, the black beetle comes forward. What's going to happen? Okay. Yep, that was his. That that beetle getting over to cover that grasshopper was critical. Oh, he allowed that. He's going to allow that grasshopper to jump in. Okay, I don't see what Stepanzo's plan is. I was thinking he would have to jump this grasshopper over into here, and then he could use this ant to move into here to free the ladybug. But yeah, once the two defending beetles come over, he's in trouble. Yep. And of course, with the adding 20 seconds per move, if they take less than 20 seconds to move, it's going to add to their time. So we're already at 117 moves. The Ponzo at the 2-minute marks. HappyKiwi's at 45. Stepanzo can always move his ant back and forth. Now, of course, okay, that's interesting. The white ant moved to there. It'll be interesting if HappyKiwi offers a draw here soon. With those two beetles up, it's going to be very hard for Stepanzo to force a bug swing and a squeeze. No, he dare not allow this black ant out. That would be disastrous. So he's going to have to close the gate again by moving over to here. Although, yeah, you can't allow this black ant to get free. And the black beetles are just going to move back and forth. Now, one danger is if HappyKiwi is covering his own queen. Yeah, see, it's not a white can't keep the ant immobilized and protect against the pill bug. If you let the pill bug move out, or if you let the queen escape using pill bug power, it's over. So Stepan's probably trying to just play moves back and forth, hoping to come up with a plan. He's definitely limited on time. Once that black beetle recognizes that the ladybug is a potential problem and goes back and covers it, I don't think anyway. Or it could very well be that must be a repetition of moves because the draw offer popped up. Oops, he's going back that way. Yeah, I think it's going to end in a draw. It'll be interesting to go back and look at this. It'll be interesting to go back to look at this to see if the white grasshopper had jumped over into here, if that would have made a difference. So Ordep Kubik says, interesting game. Ha 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 ha. Rasco92 has joined as a spectator. Think what HappyKiwi can do to clinch it is the grasshopper jump to here, warp the grasshopper to here, and then warp the queen away. I'm surprised that HappyKiwi hasn't offered a draw. Can't see the comment here, so let's see what I can't see Ordep Kubek's comment because it's underneath. Oh, okay, let's see. White ant 2 is free. So as long as the black ant is under control. Maybe it's the I mean, it does. I'm surprised that HappyKiwi hasn't offered a draw. He just did. He just offered the draw. So let's see if Stepan takes it. He declined the draw. I know he's got to play to win, but I don't think that there's any chance he's got to win. Yeah, see, I don't see that white has any potential. Well, Stepan has tried something. I don't think it's going to work. May prolong the game for a bit longer. So now there's much less likely to run into 3 repetitions. Now he needs 4 bugs, and he has 3 easy ones: the ant, beetle, and mosquito. Oh, I have to take this phone call. Be right back. 10 years ago, I never dreamed I have a cardiologist. Now I have one. So let's say we missed some things. So I don't know where we are. I think I don't think that white has any winning chances here. He's got 4 kill spots to fill. He's got 3 bugs easily, but where's he going to come up with the 4th one? We're approaching the hour-and-a-half mark. Silly me, I thought originally it was going to go quicker than this. Okay, he finally releases the mosquito. Yeah, I think now HappyKiwi will be able to. Oh, wheedle his way out. Oh, Stepanzo might have come up with a plan, but I don't see where he's going to get the additional bug. So this will make it a lot more difficult to get to a 3 repetition rule, but it'll allow the spider to get moved into play. But if this, well, let's see. Yeah, but see, if the spider gets warped to there, then the mosquito gets warped out. Okay, that's interesting. Black beetle goes over, gives beetle power to the mosquito. You've got to warp the mosquito away. Interesting. Now Happy Kiwi has to think because if the mosquito gets up, that might be enough to win. Okay, I think he has to warp the mosquito away. Because if you let the mosquito up, yeah, if you let the mosquito up, it's over. Okay, so he warps it to there. Wow. Did Stepanzo figure out a way to win this? Yeah, he just keeps warping the mosquito back and forth. I have to get ahead of myself here if I'm not careful. I have to make sure I don't move anything until they do. He just keeps moving, warping that mosquito back and forth. And now the time pressure's all on Stepanzo, 40 seconds, and Happy Kiwi's up to almost 6 minutes. Up at it finally the draw. Wow. Congratulations to Happy Kiwi. So congratulations to HappyKiwi. Ended up in a draw. So uh, after 5 games, it was 3.5 to 1.5. So it's HappyKiwi against uh, defending world champion judoka. So let's go over to the knockout table and we'll make a couple entries here. So here's the tournament results on the spreadsheet. So you can see that Judoka and HappyKiwi will be going up against each other in the semifinals. And then we still have AE Norman 43 playing SB Fish. They'll be playing this evening, game 2. And then Chigi and Rise Again will be playing game 5 on Saturday morning. So it's been an exciting morning of Hive. And let's see if I can, somebody's in the room playing. So congratulations to HappyKiwi. Moving on to the semifinals. So this will be his 3rd time in the semifinals. Will he be able to upset world champion judoka and make it to the finals? We will be interested to see that. Of course, the way it's set up, that once we get this going, they can go ahead and start their semifinal match if they want to. They don't have to wait until the other 2 quarterfinal matches are done. So appreciate everybody joining us today here on this live stream. Let's go over here. We'll turn the tournament results off. Remember, if you'd like to, you can buy me a coffee. There's a link down below. Help support my channel. And let's click on over here and see. And I have to make sure, I'm sure that by now it is over. I don't want to make a note in the chat until we know absolutely for certain that the 3-minute delay has gone by. So congratulations to Patrick Berggren, plays under the name HappyKiwi. He's moving on to his 3rd semifinal. Looking forward to a great match against world champion Joe Schultz, plays under the name Judoka. So as always, I am here helping you play Hive like a champion. Until next time, this is Randy Ingersoll signing off.